Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Savia if you're new here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Super excited to talk about today's topic. It has been a hot minute, let me tell you. So this is kind of like a May update. I'm gonna try to get better about doing these updates. Oh God, my son. I'm gonna try to get better about doing these updates. Life gets crazy, life gets in the way, and sitting down and talking about vestibular migraines isn't necessarily the most fun thing I like to do. But anyways, this is the May update. This is Jack. Say hi. Jack just turned 15 months old, and I am going to do a whole series on pregnancy and vestibular migraines that I have been working on. Like I said, just a time thing, and with the COVID-19 going on, it's just been a little crazy. So I have gotten a new diagnosis that is co-occurring with my vestibular migraines. You say hi. So I have been diagnosed with PPPD. And if you don't know what that is, it's persistent postural-perceptual dizziness. It's a mouthful. I think that's what it's called, something like that. What? Boobies. We know that word very well. Can you wait? Look here. What's that? Hi. So PPPD is finally, I feel like, getting some recognition. I'm kind of seeing the trend in how vestibular migraines kind of have come to the forefront. And when I was diagnosed a couple years ago, there was very, very little information that was available on vestibular migraines. I had never heard of it. I did not know that migraines could cause dizziness ever. So, oh God, sorry guys. So, and now, 3-4 years later, there's a ton of information. There's tons of support on the issue. So it's definitely been really, really cool to see the transition. And I feel like with PPPD, the same thing is starting to happen. So a big difference with PPPD is it is persistent. It is nonstop. And with vestibular migraines, I've heard different theories and I've heard different stories. I'm not a doctor, but I'll talk about my experiences. I have been told that it can be persistent, like it can last all day. And I have been told it cannot, that you should feel some relief in between migraines. Again, I'm not sure what is accurate data, and I think each doctor, I think any doctor that you see will probably tell you, their take on it. But PPPD is pretty straightforward. If all your tests have come back pretty much, that you're fine, your diagnosis is Jack. Here. So as I was saying before my son tried to rip my shirt off, PPPD is persistent dizziness, and it is triggered by some sort of event. So your brain then decides that the dizziness is normal. So mine likely stemmed from my first vertigo attack, my first really bad vertigo attack, when, it kind of set in motion the diagnosis with the vestibular migraines and all the testing, blah, 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 blah. So that attack is what we believe set off the PPPD, where my brain thought, okay, this is the new normal. This is what is normal to me and, what we see. So I've seen a lot of people, a lot of people with anxiety disorders have this as well, or are undiagnosed that probably need a diagnosis. A lot of people will have panic attacks that will cause them dizziness, and it'll trigger the brain to think that this is the new normal. So it becomes a persistent problem, if you're in high stress or if you're in, certain scenarios. And that's kind of what led me to this diagnosis. Is I've been very healthy, and I feel very lucky that I've gotten to the point I did. However, I have had a lot of residual dizziness that you know, was coming and going in between my migraine attacks. So even though my migraine attacks have spread out significantly, I was still having a little bit residual dizziness. So, you know, talking to my doctor about this, I actually brought it up to him because I've read extensively about it. I decided, you know, to talk to him to see if this is something he thought, and he was like, absolutely, like, let's try to tackle this. So I am on a new antidepressant. I have weaned off my Klonopin, and that's going to be another YouTube video for another day. So I'm not taking benzos anymore, which is great for me. I feel like I was on them for long enough, so really wanted to get off. But anyways, I get so sidetracked. So we are trying a new antidepressant. I'm on Zoloft, and so far it's been very, very helpful. My vertigo has gone down, and my dizziness just in general has gone down tremendously, as it had before. But like I said, I had a lot of residual issues, just like anxiety and stress wise. What's that? And, you know, I'm just ready to live a dizzy-free life. So I would definitely, if I were you, look into it a little bit more. I feel like this, like I said, I feel like this disorder is starting to get a lot more traction. And I feel like a lot of people who have vestibular migraines are likely dealing with the side effects of PPPD. And I say that because what we go through, my son's gonna drive me crazy. This is why I have a hard time getting on YouTube and doing these videos, even though I want to so bad, is because my child never stops. But anyways, I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion, again, I'm not a doctor, so please don't take it to the grave, but I feel like people with vestibular migraines, we have that initial attack that sets everything off in motion. That is one thing I have found very in common with people who struggle with this, is that there is a defining moment where something happens, and like I said, it triggers our brain, and it tricks us into thinking that this is what is normal. And so our world becomes bouncy, it becomes distorted, it becomes spinny. I mean, there's so many different things that it becomes. And, you know, even though we may not be having symptoms, or our symptoms are getting better, that residual effect is still there. It's still lingering. It's still holding on to, okay, this is what is the new normal. So, like I said, I would definitely, if you have a good neurologist, a good physician even, a therapist, psychologist, whatever, psychiatrist, I would implore you, if you are still struggling and you feel like there's something still missing, talk to them about PPPD. It is actually super common, and it's so easily treated. A good antidepressant is usually the course, and then VRT, so doing vestibular rehab therapy, is so important. And you don't necessarily need to see somebody who specializes in it. I would recommend it only because it really helps me. I only did 2 or 3 sessions, and then I do it from home. So walking is great VRT on your better days. Don't do it if you're super dizzy, obviously. But going for walks, and then there's all kinds of different exercises. I'll link the website that I use below. So good. And then, you know, having a good diet, having a good regimen, getting good sleep, you know, all the things that we read about that we should be doing, but we're not. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have you been diagnosed with PPPD? Is it something that you've even heard of? Because it wasn't really something that I had heard of till, you know, really recently, and decided to pursue it. So yeah, that's kind of my TED Talk for today. Other than that update, May has been very good to me so far. I have relaunched my lashes. I'll link those below if you are interested in supporting my little small business. We do have some more styles coming in. My son is crazy, and we just hit 15 months, and I am going to be doing a pregnancy thing. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I'm not really sure if I have enough interest or if it's worth doing, but I would love to do it anyways. So yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you are all doing so well. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd be super interested to hear other takes, and if you have been diagnosed. So I'd love you guys all. Stay healthy as always.